is I watch a lot of the guys here in the Philippines, Americans, Canadians, Europeans, whatever, talk about living in the Philippines. And I have to say, most of the time I don't agree with them. And maybe it's because I've been here longer than most of them. Maybe just because I don't live where they live. That could be it as well, because most of them live with a lot of other foreigners, expats, whatever they want to call themselves. I don't. I live in a province where there's a couple of Americans that live around here. I think they're all Americans. I don't know where they're from. I don't really talk to them very much. Actually, I don't talk to them, period. I have no interest. My friends are Filipinos, and that's all I need for friends here. If I wanted to be around Americans, I would live in the U.S., but I just don't want to live in a third world country anymore, so I've moved here. Um, it's clean, it's safe, there's no crime. I hear these guys, oh, there's so much crime. I don't, there's no crime here. I don't know what they're talking about. I've even talked to some of the local police and around where I live, and I asked a cop one time. I said, "So, as a policeman, what do you do? Is there crime?" He goes, "Oh yeah, we have crime. We have crime." I said, "Well, what kind of crime do you have?" He said, "Well, I have to tell you, my friend." He goes, "We had a bank robbery right here in town." I'm like, "A bank robbery here?" "Yes, sir. We had a bank robbery here in town." I go, "When?" And he put his hand up like this. He goes, "I think it was like 2022." That was like 8 years, 7 years ago. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's a lot of crime, isn't it?" And that's just one episode. However, my brother he works for the I want to say kind of like the HOA. Okay, we have a barangay captain, which is like the boss of the little township that I live in, and he's one of the, I don't know, I want to call him like a helper policeman for the area. Not really, but I mean, he can't arrest you or anything, but he goes out and he helps with problems. And if there's people yelling at each other or having a dispute, he'll go out and help that out, stop them, moderate it a little. And he said that a couple days ago they caught two dopies, drug dealers here in the barangay, close to my house. I mean, not like next door, but I mean within 20-minute walk from my house. And I'm like, wow, no kidding. And I mean, that's a big no-no here in the Philippines. Crank or anything, meth, any of that stuff. It's really not something that you want to have anything to do with in the Philippines. I mean, that can be a death sentence for you. For sure, it's jail time. Hey, Mona Lisa. Hi. I don't know who you are, but hello. Anyway, I'm in the Philippines. And But where I live, there is virtually no crime. Matter of fact, I'm sitting on my back deck and I'm shooting the doves out of the tree that's in front of me about 75 yards out. And I'll show you. You can look. You can see I'm sitting at my deck. There's one of my rifles over there. And I'm shooting at that tree that's way, 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 way. You don't even think you could see it. It's none of the trees that you could see because it's farther back. And that's my yard anyway. And it's completely legal here. I'm at my own house and there's no problem. Matter of fact, my friends, the cops, they come over here and shoot my gun sometimes. But anyway, as I was saying, I don't agree with most of the foreign people that I see here, that I listen to on the Facebook. I don't know where they get their information. I mean, do they make it up? What? I don't know. They're saying that the best places to live, most of them seem to think, are around all the other foreigners. You want to live around foreigners? Go home. I prefer that weren't any Americans or Canadians or any of that shit in this country anyway. I can't wait for them to pollute it here like they've polluted their own, the other countries. The U.S., I consider that a third world country now. All the crime, all the homelessness, all the drugs, all the bullshit. They have no respect for each other, no respect for the police, no respect for anything. You can't pull that here. I have literally been here over 8 years. I have seen 5 homeless people. None around here. There are none in this area. In the provinces, they don't have homeless people. They don't have that that issue here. No drugs, no homeless people. I mean, there's poor people here. They're happy and poor. They don't care. They cook over wood stoves. Some of them have no refrigeration, so they cook day to day. The kids are always clean. Some of them have dirt floors in their house. It doesn't matter. It's not a bad thing. It's just a thing here. And for the foreigners to get on the Facebook and YouTube and all this and talk bad about the Philippines and how the foreigners are treated bad by the police and the locals. What? I walk around in the morning at sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning with my dog, take a walk for 2 hours at a time. And the only thing that I see is people inviting me to sit down with them and have coffee. And they all love my dog. They all know my dog's name. They don't even know my name. So, somebody told me that the Philippine government watches the channels from the expats. Expat, I think, means expatriate. I'm not really sure what it means. It doesn't mean shit to me. It just means people from another country. But that they watch these channels and they make decisions on what to do with people on these channels. Now, if you're a butthead and you create problems and you post it on your channel, your stream, you may have a problem with the local cops or who knows. So I don't know. Like I said, I wish all the expats would just go back to the U.S. and back to Canada and back Europe, come for a visit, stay for a visit, and then go the hell back home. If you want to live in this country, decide to live in the country. Don't decide to be an American and turn your shithole wherever you live into your country. I don't have an American flag on my property. I have Philippine flags. I have acquaintances here that they have a bigger American flag on their property at their house than they have a Philippine flag. Oh, what? I mean, that's like the Mexicans having Mexican flags in the United States and dissing the United States flags, and everybody there getting upset about it. So they come here and they do the same thing. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. It's ridiculous. If you want to, live in a foreign country, and I've been in a lot of countries. I mean, more than I care to say. And this is the only place I've ever seen that. Americans go to other countries or Canadians and they blend in. We're on a sailboat. We sailed into a country and we didn't make it the United States. We tried to live there where we were. And it's the same here. I live here because I like it here. I don't want that headache of living in the United States. The high prices, although our gasoline, here, child out in the field. Our gasoline prices are now more than I think in California. We're paying about $7 a gallon, give or take a little. But then again, our cars are way more friggin' efficient. My car gets 60 miles or 80 miles to the gallon. And most people here ride motorcycles and scooters, which are getting really good gas mileage too. So in retrospect to where I came from and where I am, I don't want to go back. I came here 8 years ago and never went back once, and I never will. Heather, hi. Say hi to you guys because I don't know who you are anyway. But it's like, why are people doing that? If you want to come here, it's a great place. Don't get me wrong. I think people should come here, and if you want to get away from where you are because it sucks, and you just want to blend in and be normal and go to the beach and have a good day and come home, build yourself a house if you want. You can build a house here. And I mean, I watch these guys, oh, my house cost me. Yeah, great. But I built my house, my first house here for under $2,000. It wasn't big. It was 1,000 square feet, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, nice little kitchen and air conditioning. $1,000 because I know how. The house I have now, I got a lot more money tied up in this place, but I've got a tennis court, a golf course, a sauna, 2 jacuzzis, a swimming pool, a big fishing pond. I have a lot of stuff. I have an apartment right behind me. I don't know if you can see over there. Maybe, yeah, there it is. And if you look close, you can see the feet of the dragon. We have a red dragon on the roof of it. My house is a piece of art, and that's what we chose to build. So yeah, I've got a lot of money in it. But you don't have to do that. You can build a nice little comfortable, say 1,500 square foot house. I'm going to say for $6,000 or $7,000. I think I could build a house here for 6 or 7 grand. Now I'm not talking the Taj Mahal. I'm talking one bedroom or 2 small bedrooms and a bathroom, kitchen, living room, little dining room, everything you need, and a comfortable little place to live. The land, that's another story. Now, when I got here, the land was about 150 pesos a square meter. That's about $2 a square meter, something like that. Now, it's $20 a square meter or more. I mean, we've been at $60 a square meter, close. So you have to own the land, or rent the land. You can rent land here or lease land here for a very long time. And if you get married here, then your female or male spouse can buy the property, and then you're in. As long as you're married, you can stay on your house, and there's no big deal. And those laws are changing all the time. But basically, even if you're married here, your Philippine other half owns everything. And so as long as that's okay, me, I don't care. I'm 70. How long am I going to be around? 10 years more? Maybe. I'm lucky. I don't care after that. I don't even care now. People are always asking me, well, who deals with your money? My wife. Who deals with your credit cards? My wife. If I had my wallet, I'd show you. There is no money in my wallet. I mean, maybe $15. I don't need money here. I don't need credit cards here. I don't pay bills. I don't even buy gasoline here. Nothing. My wife does all of it. And that's part of the reason I live here. I don't want all that headache of being in the U.S. My bills here are kind of high. My electric bill is $150 or $200 a month, which to me, that's pretty high. I think it's more than that. I think it's $250 or $300 a month, actually. Well, I've got a big house. We have 3 air conditioners running full-time, 24/7. I have car payment, which is it's $300 a month, I think, something like that. I don't know, $250 or $300 a month. I have people that work on my house, work on the property, and I'm paying them $200 a week. So that's $600, $800 a month. So I have bills. I don't care. It is what it is. I enjoy it. I like my lifestyle. We have dogs. I mean, you can't tell because they're good dogs, but I have 11 dogs, big ones and little ones. We have Belgian Malinois, and we have Chihuahuas. We have Huskies, and we have Jack Russell Terrier. And today, my wife wants to go pick up a brand new puppy, a Dachshund. So we'll have 12 dogs tomorrow. Better to have an even dozen, right? So it's kind of weird, but it's okay. We have 7 cats. So what? You can have whatever you want here, but my food bill for my animals is $150 a week. I don't care. If it makes me happy and my life better, and my wife happy and her life better, and my daughter. I have a daughter. She's 24 years old. It's my stepdaughter, but she's my daughter. I'm her dad, and she loves the dogs. If she didn't, she would tell us, Dad, Mom, come on, no more animals. We also have 4 snakes and a giant gecko, and I don't know how many fucking hamsters we have now. I think we have 15 or 20 hamsters, because that's a long story, but we bought hamsters to feed the snakes because they have to eat. Well, so we've decided to feed them chicken now because my wife fell in love with the hamsters and has decided that now we have a hamster farm. So we went from 3 hamsters to about 30 hamsters, I think we have, or 25 hamsters. And if I even brought up the idea of feeding those little animals to my snakes, I think I'd be excommunicated from the home. But it's okay. You have to just kind of take living in a foreign country with a grain of salt. You have to blend in, not be part of a problem. When things change in the area you live, you change with it. We had a little bit of a political problem, what do I want to call it? A neighborhood political problem with fixing our road, which it cost 3,000 or 4,000 pesos, and we had the barangay, which, like I said, that's kind of like the HOA. They gave us some free sand. I bought some sand. One of the other neighbors bought some sand. Dirt. It's dirt sand mix. It's for roads. And some of the neighbors, which nobody can still understand. I mean, out of 25 people, one family didn't want us to fix it, which we don't get. So it was a big hassle. It was political. We went to literally the mayor's office, the police. We went to the barangay office. Everybody. We finally had to get signatures from everybody in the neighborhood before we could get a load of gravel to dump on the road, which is just stupid. Now the road's really nice, and everybody's like, "Wow, look how nice it is." And the people that were fighting it, you could just tell they feel stupid. I don't know if it's they didn't understand what we were going to do or if they were just dumb. Well, one or the other. But it's all worked itself out. The friendships, it's like any community. Your friendships come and your friendships go, and then pretty soon they all come back, and it's a big, big circle. Our neighbor here, I used to not be able to stand him. Now he's a friend. We didn't like him because he was an alcoholic, and it was hard to deal with him because he was an alcoholic. He stopped drinking 2 years ago, got into the church, and now he's just a nice guy. He turned into a normal person. There is a lot of alcoholics here that drink gin, but the difference between the gin drinkers here and the gin drinkers in the U.S., even the beer drinkers, you could take 30 Filipinos and put them in the same room and give them all the gin and beer they can drink. They'll drink till they pass out. Maybe. I don't know if I don't even know if that's possible. But they won't get in a fight or an argument. They'll be laughing and singing and having a good time and patting each other on the back and making jokes and doing karaoke, but there won't be an argument. And that's kind of one of the really nice things about, look, I got some more people in here. Let's see who we got. We've got Doogie, it looks like Dugu. I don't know, I can't read the rest. And it says, "Who am I? I'm Jerry. How are you?" And the other one says, "Buddy Mark, do you know who Palm Beach Pete is?" No, that's in a different part of the country, in a different island, I think. I'm on Luzon, which is where Manila's at, and I'm actually at the I don't want to say northern end. I'm almost in the middle of Luzon, kind of on the edge, where I have Baguio City, which is an hour in one way, hour and a half, and then I have Manila on the other side, which is about 2.5 hours away. So we're inland. We're not next to the beach. It's about any beach I want to go to is at least 45 minutes. The better beaches that I go to are an hour and a half or so away, which would be San Juan. But no, I like I said, I don't really know any of the Americans here, really. I know one guy that lives down the street from me, and I know one guy that lives a little ways away. I mean, I know actually, I know four, maybe 5 foreigners. That's it. One I've known for the 8 years I've been here, and the rest, the longest one maybe 3 years ago I met him, and the other ones are pretty new, within a year. And the ones I know, they're like me. They live in the Philippines to be in the Philippines. They're not trying to be Americans or Canadians or dogs are making noise or whatever. They just want to be here, and so they just fold it in. They're all 3 of them are married to or close to being married to Filipinos. They're my dogs. That means mama's home. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I guess I'll wrap this up for now, you guys. Anyway, if you have any questions, get a hold of me. I read all the little things that are sent to me, and most of all, just enjoy your life, no matter where you live. Just don't let it get to you. It's so simple to just get out of it. It's so easy. Now my next problem is, I don't know how to get out of this, but I will try. I think it says there's an X right there. Let's try the X.